Hello Internet, in this video I will show you how I made my unique dust collection system for this old 1977 Rockwell Model 10 contractor saw. And keep watching. Welcome to Scott's Garage. Welcome literally to my garage. Whether it's working on a daily driver or a project car or a project around the home or the yard or the patio, a pallet project, Scott's Garage is a place for do-it-yourselfers. Everything is do-it-yourself. Welcome to my channel. Now this video is part of a playlist on mods or modifications of this old contractor saw. Be sure to watch all the videos on all the mods. Now I've already made some modifications. You can see in the link above the first modification I made, and I was tired of the motor hanging a foot off the workbench. I can never get it close to the wall. And so I modified how the motor hangs, and it hangs on the inside at a slight angle. And again, you can see how I did that. But it complicated then how I do dust collection. So that's, I'll explain here why I designed it this way. Okay, here's a problem I need to solve. How do I come up with dust collection now that I've modified the motor mount hanging on the inside, and likewise the belt everything is on the inside. Traditionally, for these old saws, if you wanted dust collection, there would be a pan that would attach to the bottom here with a nozzle here, and you would hook up your vacuum to that. I can't do it that way, so let's get in here and see what we can come up with. Okay, looking at the bottom side of the saw, these are very substantial solid steel rods that go from here all the way back. They taper down, and the motor mount is here. My guess that's probably about 3/4 of an inch outside diameter. And they're always going to be the same distance from the saw blade, no matter if you tilt it, whichever way you do that. It's always going to be the same distance. So in looking at it, I have a bunch of 3/4 inch Schedule 40 PVC. And I think I'll make a cage that attaches somehow to this, hangs down, so it stays the same distance from the blade as these do. And the cage itself will have to have an angle to it to match the angle here, or at least enough of an angle that it'll fit there. And I'm pretty sure I have some 90s and some 45-degree angles. I can make something work there. So I'm going to get a measurement from here to here and from here to here, and that will be where I begin. The cage, for lack of a better term. Okay, outside to outside on these steel rods is 6 inches, and it looks like 13 inches deep. Okay, here's how it turned out. A couple things here. You might be wondering what this is, and all it is Costco, their freezer section. You could buy these freezer bags. So it was like 4 of them for $5, so pretty inexpensive. And anyway, I just took these apart and used the material, turned it inside out, and with the hot glue gun, it worked really well. And I simply put it on the inside of the Schedule 40 PVC, and then also on the outside. This is the nozzle. This is 2.5 inch. You can see the affiliate link in the description below. I bought it on Amazon, and that's simply hot glue gunned between the PVC. You probably saw the video of that. But very simple design. It's not pretty, but I think it's going to work well. Reminds me of Apollo 13, the movie, if you saw that. In real life, Apollo 13, they had to create a filter to filter the air on the space capsule, and they came up with something that looks quite a bit like this. But anyway, I'm going to use this for dust collection. And so I designed it so that it'll fit up below. I'll show you here in a second. And then I'll show you how I'm going to attach this then to the saw. And I'll be attaching it by using these Velcro strips. Okay, the dust collection cage is in place. It's Velcroed in place. It's nice and taut and firm. It's about an inch or so off the motor. And I didn't show this in the previous video when I reconfigured the motor mount, but everything works. I can tilt the motor. I'm going to do that right now, and just to show that the dust collection tilts with the motor exactly the way I want it to. So picture the blade in there. It's going to be centered at all times. Now I have to redesign this entire table. The current configuration, it hits the leg, so I can't fully test to see if it goes to 45 degrees. But so far, so good. Let me put it back down in place. And let's hook up the vacuum and test this. Okay, here's what it looks like from the top side. And again, you can see the blade. There's plenty of clearance, and you notice that there is a gap here. I'm going to test it like this, but I can always get some more of that material and basically attach it there to the inside over here if I need to. But I'm going to test this to begin with. Okay, so I hooked up my dust collector and the nozzle to this VacMaster Professional. It's called the Beast. It's a 12-gallon vacuum, shop vac type vacuum. You can see the affiliate link below from Amazon. But I'll be using this to collect the dust, and I'll be redesigning this entire workbench, and this will be a part of that, and some other ways too for dust collection. But it's time now just to give it a test run. Okay, so you can see that a little bit of dust is coming through. I'm going to do 2 test runs here on a single board. And there's a second cut. Now this is a lot better though than what it was originally. I'm going to take it back to before I modified the motor mount and had no dust collection. Here's what it looked like. So even though a little bit of dust here, you can see this a lot better than it was before. Okay, you can see from the before and after that I've reduced the dust by a considerable amount. I would say at least 90%, maybe 93%. I think for most people that is very, very sufficient. It's a great improvement. However, I'm going to shoot for even greater percentage, perhaps 99% collection or so. And that'll be a separate video. I noticed that I have an extra bag here that I've not used, freezer bag, and I noticed it's just the right size, and I'm going to use this as a template, cut a hole in there. I'll have to take the saw completely apart, turn it upside down, kind of rebuild the saw, which is no big deal. But I think that if I do that and then have this hanging from the top, and then you have to kind of visualize this, but this from the bottom, and just secure the two together, that I can have a much higher percentage of containment of the dust. But that's a separate video. If you got any value at all from this video, please give me a like. It costs you nothing, but it's a great value to me. Check out the playlist when I get the final video done. I'll be sure to post it. And as usual, have a great day.